Alright, HVAC people! Alright, YouTube, we got another year coming amongst us. To the people that maybe kind of like stuck in the rut, things not going right. It really starts from our thinking. I remember when I used to just think negative thoughts all the time, and I pretty much would get negative results. Until I changed my thinking, everything pretty much changed. But it starts really small steps, day by day, just working on ourselves. Every time a negative thought entered my mind, I would change it and replace it to a positive thought. They say it takes 30 days to change any habit, and I tend to agree with that. Anything you want to really change in your life, you just start with just day by day. Replace a bad habit with something good that's really totally different. Let's say if it's smoking or something like that, chew gum. Let's say if it's eating a lot of sugar, replace it with fruit. I just do the totally opposite. Like say if you're eating bad, replace it with a good healthy meal. If you're not active, if you just laying around, on the couch, being a couch potato, get out and walk. Then progressively you want to increase. You want to walk, and then you may want to start jogging. And then maybe say 30 days when you built a new habit and replaced that bad habit with a new good habit, it may be something else that you want to focus on, that you want to change and improve. And then that's your second habit. Replace that, with a good habit. And then you'll just start seeing life-changing goals, or you start achieving your goals. I remember when I used to wake up whenever I felt like it, my bank account reflected that. When I used to wake up at 8, 9, 10 o'clock, hanging out at the club all time of night, just hanging out when I wanted to, made my own schedule. I used to work at a grocery store stocking shelves. While I used to have to be at work from like the 3 to 11 shift. I used to get off at 11, and we used to go straight to the club, and we used to party all night, and I used to get in like 5 in the morning. And probably then hang out, until 8, 9, and go to sleep, wake up at 2 o'clock and do it, and go to work and just do it all over again. I used to be a great worker when I was working, but I thought that was all it was. I really just thought that was my life. I really didn't have a goal at all. So that's what I'm saying now. But until I change that and start getting goals and start changing my habit, start changing my thinking, one thing, it's like a domino effect. One thing leads to another. Like far as I go, what made me get out that situation was I knew I was better than that. So I wanted to start a career in something. So I just started working on. I picked a career, and that was HVAC, and I started working towards that. I wasn't an HVAC technician overnight, but I found out what it took to get into HVAC, and I kind of immersed myself with getting into that field. Because somebody told me that I needed to get a skill, and that really totally changed my life. Because I was up in age, and I was getting in my late 20s. So by that time I didn't really have a good education, but a skill what was best for me. Getting into a trade, no matter what that would be, like electrician, brick masonry, plumber, but I chose HVAC, and that was like the best choice that I ever made. But I just started, building habits, and I stopped waking up when I wanted to. I started disciplining myself, and I started getting up at 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, every day, gradually. And like I said, once you start building habits, those habits will stick with you. And now I can't see myself sleeping in to 8 or 9 o'clock. Even on the weekends now, I'm up, 6, 7 in the morning. That's late for me. Sometimes I can lay there, at 8, because I'm married now, got a beautiful wife, but like I say, I mean, just changing my habits, just changing my thinking. And another thing, as far as changing my thinking, it wasn't easy, because you got to understand, I didn't really start changing my way of thinking till I was in my late 20s. And so you got to understand that from I guess, let's say, whatever age to 25 years old, let's just say from age 5 to 25 years old, that's 20 years of just not just thinking right, just not goal oriented. So you really gotta, well, I say you just can't change overnight. It's gonna take a lot of work, you just can't change 20 years of, like Zig Ziglar say. If you haven't read that book, it's called See You at the Top by Zig Ziglar. He called it stinking thinking. You can't just change thinking 20 years of thinking just overnight. Nothing happens that way. You gotta really work on yourself. You gotta, when I say when you bring a negative thought in, when I say replace it with a positive thought, you gotta be really conscious, knowing that you're thinking negative. The little man talking in the back of your head saying, go right, when you knowing you should be going left, or vice versa. But you knowing that this thing is the right thing to do, but something telling you, no, just go ahead and just eat that, that chocolate. It ain't gonna hurt, just one piece of chocolate. But then when you eat that one piece of chocolate, okay, quite naturally you're gonna want some more. You're gonna want some more sugar. And like I say, this bad habit it just leads you in a spiral effect, just going downhill. But when I say a bad habit, when I say you gotta replace, you gotta be conscious enough to know that you're not thinking the right way. And you have to, and just say no, or just go the right way. Like no, and like I say, when I say start over, a negative thought come to your mind, and you trying to think positive for 30 days in a row, that negative thought, you got to start over. If you went 20 days, doing the right things, and thinking positive, and on the 21st day, a negative thought entering your mind, okay, you didn't make that 30 days, great habits. You have to start over from day one. But eventually, that's why I say 20 years of negative thinking, or however long you've been thinking negative, you're not on the right track. It may be 40 years for you. It may be 10 years, I don't know where you're at in life, but you have to start over. You have to work on yourself every day. But when you keep on starting over, 30 days and eventually, because it might take a year, it might take 2 years, but eventually it's gonna become a habit, and you're not gonna think negative. It's gonna be naturally to you. Like when I wake up every morning between, let's say, 4:30 and 6 o'clock in the morning, I don't need an alarm clock. I naturally do it because my body is used to it now. So it's the same way as good thoughts and good habits. How your mind, your thinking, positive thoughts, it's going to be natural. Even when you speak, it's going to naturally come out. Like when I'm speaking and I'm speaking positive, it's natural. When I'm communicating with people, my customers, friends, family, when we have a conversation, it's natural. It's not like I'm trying to run game to anybody. Even like when I'm speaking on YouTube and I'm speaking through my videos, it's natural. I'm a positive person, but I always wasn't like that. I worked on myself to get that way, or to get this way. So, like I say, we're going to 2020. We have to, to change our thinking. And even when when you get to the point of life where everything is just working naturally, flowing for you, you might be at a point in your life where everything is going great. But the great thing about this is that we always want to achieve more. We always want to have goals, because we are goal-oriented people now. We want to achieve. We want to be more successful for really, like me, to help more people out, to bring people up. Cause in my community, especially the Black community, we more like crabs in the bucket. When somebody try to get up, snatch them back down. We have to change that mind state. I read in a book one time, I studied the crabs in the bucket mentality. It's two fleas at the bottom of the hill, and they communicate like, man, how we gonna get way up the hill? And the flea say, hey, it's a dog right there. We're gonna jump on that dog. We're gonna ride him up the hill. And that's the way that we need to start thinking. Instead of trying to pull each other down, we need to get together and get a vehicle and try to get up that hill. And the vehicle for me is HVAC. That's the vehicle that I chose to really be financially free. 'Cause like I say, when I woke up when I wanted to, when I was thinking negative, my bank account reflected that. I'm talking about broke, $0 in the bank, making like $10,000 a year, $13,000 a year. I don't know what my salary was when I was stocking those shelves, but that was the negative thinking, and it was like a domino effect that led me to that, living check to check. But once I changed my way of thinking, my bank account reflected that. When I was disciplined and woke up early and working 15, 16 hour days, naturally my bank account reflected that. So having zero in the bank account, now I look at $10,000 in the bank account like that's zero. That's like my threshold for like, okay, I need at least $10,000 in the bank at all times. If I don't have $10,000 in the bank at all times, I'm broke. But it is a different standard of living. And then I say I want to achieve more goals. So quite nice. So if $10,000 is a minimum, okay. 5 years from now, I want, or really sooner than that, I want $100,000 to be that threshold. If I don't have $100,000 in a bank account, I'm broke. And then once we achieve that goal, it's gonna be $1 million. And we just want to, go from there, just climb up. But I know only how I can do that is my thinking, and that's good thoughts, a clear mind, a focused mind, and continue to learn, and with great people around me, and we can get up that hill together. We can achieve our goals, together if we help each other instead of bringing each other down. So I'll try to use this YouTube platform to kind of like help people. I get calls and comments all the time with people saying that I help them. And I appreciate that, people reaching out. Even if you don't reach out, I hope that I can bring value to somebody, because that's the only reason why I started, my channel, to give back and really let people know kind of like how not easy this trade is, but it can be easy. But it's the same way I say we have to control our thoughts and control our thinking. It's the same way in the trade. One thing about HVAC, you cannot learn this trade overnight. It doesn't happen like that. It's a learning curve that you just have to go through, and that's just hands-on experience. You can't sit in the classroom for 3 or 4 years and learn this trade. You have to do both. You have to do classroom training and you have to do hands-on training. So it's just like a learning curve. You just have to go through it. You may learn it quicker than other people learn it. Some people it take years to get it. Some people take 3 years to get it. But eventually, hopefully, you'll get it. But if you work hard, I mean, you will get it. But you can use this trade as a vehicle. Like I say, it's a domino effect. Okay, you get good at the trade. Hopefully, we get to the point where we business owners. We can employ ourselves, and then eventually start employing other people and teach them about the trade. You know, you can use your money, and please save your money, because this is a trade that you can make good money. But use your money wisely. Invest your money wisely. And when I say invest, that may be training for you to get better. You might want to dip in down in real estate. You might want to get it in stocks. You will get your retirement, 401k. But this is a vehicle that you can utilize it right, and success is yours. But like I say, this video is not too much about HVAC. This is just the vehicle that I chose to get to where I feel that I want to get to. We are what we think about the majority of the time. So, like I say, control your mind. You know, control your thoughts. And you gotta protect your mind. You can't let anything in your mind, especially when you're working on yourself and you're trying to control your thoughts. Any person, music, movies, social media, you have to control what you let in your mind. I'm talking about you. I don't care who it is. It can be a parent, brother, friend, associate, a co-worker. You have to be careful of the conversations that you're having, because any little thing can kind of like tick you off or trigger, you know, the wrong thoughts. I gave up music. I gave up rap for like 3 years. I didn't listen to anything. I only let positive things. I guarded my mind. Like I say, friends, family. I didn't do negativity at all. If you was negative, I'm gonna get away from around you. I'm gonna find a way to get from around you. Even if you my co-worker and we working together, and I'm trying to learn, and you talking whatever, I guard my mind, and I still do to this day. I'm more disciplined now, but when I was first starting out, I had to get to this point. Now I can deal with it. Whatever you own, you own. But now I'm more mentally mature that I can guard my mind. But I want to recommend a few books, or not necessarily the books, the author, because I know far as I go, what they say, like the top 5 people that you hang around, your bank account is probably within the average of the 5 people you hang around. Yeah, that's it. The 5 people you hang around is the average of the 5 people of your bank account. Something like that. There you go, something like that. So, some of us don't have, you know, successful people around us. They are around us. We probably don't see them. It could be the mailman. Success is anybody doing exactly what they want to do. You're a successful person no matter what you're doing. If you had a goal and you set out to achieve that goal and you achieved it, you're a successful person. That matter if you're a teacher and that's what you wanted to do, you are a successful person. You wanted to be an athlete, a professional basketball player, and that's what you are. You're a successful person. You want to be an HVAC technician, you are an HVAC technician, you are a successful person. So, especially when we're young or even older, we don't have a lot of people close to us, or even in our community or our family, that we can talk to about, you know, financial goals, or even how to be successful. A lot of people don't even use the word successful that we hang around. So sometimes we have to go outside our community. It may be YouTube or something like that. But I found it in books and audios and YouTube. But this book right here, this is more a sale book. But this author here, Zig Ziglar, his book, See You at the Top, that changed my life. Hopefully, I may try to find it and leave it in the description below. But See You at the Top, and that's another thing. So if you listen to this video, especially if you made it this far, maybe you'll do your due diligence, and especially if you want to change, or share this video with somebody that you think can find this video helpful. But it's one thing to that, because I offered to give books or advice to people, and they may be at a point of their time that they're not ready to receive it yet, and it won't do them no good. So when somebody want to change, they have to want to change. Like so if somebody, and I always try to encourage them to change. I'm not saying that, but they might not receive it though, because I like I say, I didn't try to give people advice or give people books or send them audio, and they just don't get it because they're not ready to change. But especially if somebody coming to you and they say they want to go to a certain field or want to be successful at this, if I say this, or share this video with them, and hopefully it'll be beneficial to them. But you just can't throw a book or anything on somebody and expect for them to change. They have to want to change themselves. This is another book by Napoleon Hill called Think and Grow Rich. This is a great book also. It's a must-have. You have to have this in your collection. And these books also, these are the type of books that they're not stories, they're not novels. These books you actually have to study. And when I say Think and Grow Rich, it's all about your thinking. Because I would say study all the I hate to say all rap, but it can be country or anything. It can be the blues. You know, the blues, you know, I was talking about, you know, losing your woman or something like that. You got to change that thought, you know. So these books is about, you know, your thinking habits, you know. Think and Grow Rich, you know. It's a great book. This is another great book right here, called by Stephen Covey, Habits of Highly Effective People. Just look at the title of this book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. That's powerful. That's powerful. And a lot of these books, you might look at it like, you know, these for corporate people with suits and ties on. But I'm telling you, you can be a construction worker, you can be a plumber, you can be a HVAC technician, you can be a garbage man, whatever. And I promise you, if you get these habits right here, you're gonna rise to the top. But the most important part about it, as you rise to the top, you're gonna just feel so good about yourself, because you work on yourself, and before. And that's what this is all about. You want to make yourself feel good, you know. Because that's anybody. If we doing the right things, you're gonna feel good. You know you're doing something wrong, even if you're getting away with it, you're not gonna feel good about yourself. So we want to control our thinking, because we want to be happy people. And that's one thing I pray for happiness. Once I pray for happiness instead of wealth and financial, my life changed also. That's another tip. That's another nugget. But this is a workbook right here for 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. But look up the author Stephen Covey, and once you get these books and once you read them, do research on, do homework on. Like I say, this is not a novel. You might want to read a chapter a week, and read that chapter over and over again until you get it, until you just it gets stuck in your subconscious mind, and you can you know, memorize some of this stuff. Yeah, and this is E.T., the hip hop preacher, Eric Thomas. Some of my videos, I have him, he in the background speaking. He speaks all over the country. I've been to a couple of his this guy here, really, when I was in school getting my GED, I used to watch his videos. Thank God It's Monday every day. I'm talking about right before I go take a test, or right before I'm about to study. This dude, he encouraged me to keep going. You know, like I said, I'm in my late 20s. I'm in here getting the GED. I didn't think I could do it. I never really wrote before. Never wrote an essay. But man, and this was his early videos. I think this was like in 2013, 2012 when I first heard of him. He used to do like the Advantage, because he worked at Michigan State at the time, and he had this course called the Advantage. If you can still find it on YouTube, look it up. But I used to immerse myself with this. I put my headphones on. I remember running up and down the beach, just listening to him. He used to get me pumped, and I would just go study until I you know, aced my GED and passed it. And you know, once I got my GED, I enrolled in college. You know, but yeah. But look up E.T. I say, even if you don't get the books, he got a lot of stuff on on YouTube. Look him up. But I like to say all this. Like I say, just don't get the book. Like this Earl Nightingale. He used to be a radio broadcaster back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. But this guy here changed my life also. Look up YouTube, The Secret of Success by Earl Nightingale. It's about a 30-minute speaking. And when I say 30 minutes, I think exactly 31 minutes. I probably can recite it word for word. That's not. I used to put my headphones. I used to work out. And especially this book. This not the book. This right here is it's called Insight. But he has so many what I want to call audios. And you can just listen to them. He got hundreds of them. You can just look them up, listen to them. I used to go to sleep with my headphones in my ear. I still do. My wife, sometimes my wife used to try to snatch my headphones and tell me, you know, go to sleep. But she know that's me. I mean, we've been together 5-6 years, and she know I pretty much do it every night since she been with me, and probably do it and you know, forever. But like I say, listen to these audios. You see, they got the tape recorder on here. Yeah. So you know how old these books is. They still had the tapes then. Probably when he was making them had 8 tracks. And you see how we evolved though. But this is everlasting. This will never go away. You know, we went from CDs to MP3s, and you know, now we can just look up YouTube and listen to some of this great stuff right here. It'll never change. Another guy that I always put on some of my videos is called Jim Rohn. I don't have any of his books right here. Look here, this is even Donald Trump right here. I used to read Donald Trump books before everybody used to be on all this negative stuff since he's been president or whatever. But this called Think Big. Before he even thought about being president, probably. I'm homeless, sitting in the back of my truck, you know, reading this book. But it changed. It wanted me to think big. And like I say, I come from GED to, okay, I'm finna go get my engineering degree, and really currently still enrolled in engineering now. But I'm taking another path because my mind stated more on entrepreneurship. I always wanted to be a business owner, so that's why I inspired to be. So I'm working towards that right now. But yeah, this is a great book, Think Big. And he also teamed up with Robert Kiyosaki, where he got a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. But they got a book, another book, I don't think I have it here, but they have another book also that they co-wrote together. Yeah. And this another guy here, rest in peace, this Dr. Miles Monroe. He has a lot of audio books online. Here recently, him, his wife, and his I think another family member, they died in a plane crash. Rest in peace to their family. But man, this emotional for me because I used to listen to this guy also, you know, because you have to have faith, and I'm a strong believer in faith. You know, the architect of the universe, the carpenter of the universe, you know. But this book here, this called Passing It On, called Succession, and that's pretty much, you know, what you're gonna leave, you know, when you leave this earth, you know, because we have to, you know, if you want to leave something for family, even the YouTube videos, my family. Hopefully I can leave something to help this world out. You know, you guys that want to get into HVAC and once you be a technician and maybe you be a service manager one day, a project manager one day. Hopefully I can inspire some people to. That's what I want to leave on my word, just to encourage and to just get better. Let's just not be stagnant, because even once we achieve our goal, let's start to just climb to the top. You know, let's not be stagnant, and we're gonna grow and try to be the best we can be, because like I say, there's gonna be so many doors open, especially when we change our thinking and just start thinking positive. And once we achieve that goal, here's gonna be another goal, and we just gonna climb to the top. So that's what it's about. All right, but those are the books. I always say, every book that you read, I'm sure that it's a lot of audio footage and stuff like that you can look up maybe on YouTube, because it's gonna be book community. Join a book club. I also tell my wife at least once or twice a year we're gonna go to a seminar. We're gonna go to a paid seminar where it may cost a couple $100 for us to attend that seminar, but we have to invest in ourselves also. You know, we have to get better. If it's something that we you know don't know about or need to get better at, we need to invest in. And I think yeah, this year we're gonna go to a couple real estate seminars so we can educate ourselves on real estate, because eventually that's what we want to give in. We want that, you know, that passive income, that residual income. You know, while we're sleeping, you know, we can make money. So we want to educate ourselves in that, and, you know, just get better. Also, I'm take a couple HVAC trainings this year. I already next year anyway. And if I can get footage of them, I'm gonna try to post them online. So I know sometimes the training part could be boring, but if you put you know, get your notepad out and just take notes, you can learn something. You're not probably going to retain all the information, but just jot something down. If you learn one thing after those training, at least you learn something. But hopefully you can learn a lot and teach somebody else, for, you know, your whole team can get better. You know, yeah, that's that. But 2020 gonna be a great year. I never even thought, I would say, when I was stocking those shelves at the grocery store, I never thought that me and my wife, we finna go to Africa for about a month. I never could have fathomed, you know, me going to Africa, especially for a whole month. You know, we can vacation and just relax, because we know we work hard, you know, we're achieving our goal, And once you take a long vacation like that, especially out of the country, once you go back, you can go back refreshed. You know, because you want to achieve more goals. You want to be able to take vacation and just, we didn't, take all kind of cruises and just get away. But I say just achieve your goals though. Or I say write it down. Just one at a time, tackle them one at a time, and eventually you're gonna get there. Like I say, if anybody found this this information useful, like say share it, leave a comment below. Like, what's a goal that you want for 2020? Because we really do not make it like a. Honestly, I don't believe in New Year resolution, but do life-changing resolution. Because whatever you're doing now, it's gonna reflect how you live in 5 and 10 years from now. So whatever decision that you do make, you gotta make sure that that's gonna be a great decision for you and your family, because it's gonna have something to do with how you live in 5 and 10 years from now. So make wise decisions, because at the end of the day, all of us not perfect. But if we think that we doing right, or we constantly believe in what we doing is the right thing to do, hey, let divine providence, let the architect of the universe take care of the rest. But long as we don't have any malicious intent that we are doing something wrong, or what we think that we going about doing it the right way, hey, that's all we can do. That's all we can do, and I'm sure that's all good man up above again is asking for. Just do the right thing, because he give us free will. We got the will. We can do anything we want to do, and we sure got the willpower to do what's right. So, so like I say, if you're doing something wrong, hey, go cold turkey. It might hurt for a while, for a few whatever, but you'll get through it. And once you get on the right side, everything gonna be gravy. You can show somebody else how to do the right thing. Yep, my lovely wife there.
Baby, don't put me there.
I won't put you there, baby. I know how y'all women want to be for the camera. But hey, if y'all feel this information was useful, please share it. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Maybe leave a comment below what your plans are. Like I said, I don't really necessarily want to say for 2020, but I want to say for life change. Or I say, but remember, even if you're successful, leave a comment of what you've done, to get to where you are. Like I say, but I know if you are successful, you still have goals that you still want to achieve, because we're gonna continue to climb that ladder, one step at a time. But I hope this information is valuable and reaching somebody at the right time. Peace.